What's going on, fellow humans and resellers? It is I, James, readoptionagency.com, 20 plus years selling on eBay. Right after the video last night, sales vanished. We were doing what, 4 an hour or whatever. Then at 8 o'clock hour, 1, 9 o'clock, 1, 10 o'clock, 1, 11 o'clock, 1, 12 o'clock hour, 2, 1 o'clock, 1, and then it disappeared in between like 1 and 7. So between like 1 and 7, it totally shut off. So can't make this stuff up. And when is a coincidence not a coincidence? Because it always seems like when I'm caught up with shipping, like there's none to ship, my sales turn off. It's weird. And then it seems like if I have like a good weekend where, say, I don't ship on a Saturday, the more orders that stack up, the more orders that come in. And that has happened more than 2, more than 3, more than 4, more than 5 times. So when is it a coincidence? You know, it's very odd. Very odd. So we got about 15 orders to pull and get out this morning. And then we'll get over to the honey hole. And then a friend of mine wants to meet up and sell me some stuff. So we'll see what he has to sell me also. So, all right, let's get into this. The sky's the limit. Oh. All right, vinyl sold for $5. Headed to Kalamazoo, Michigan. Countdown to extinction. Megadeth. Sold for $5. Headed to Arizona. Alrighty. Sharp desktop calculator. Bought a bunch of these at the honey hole. Anywhere from $2 to $4, I think they were. Depending on the size of them is how they priced them. So I probably paid $2 or $3 for this one. Sold for $12.50. Headed to Willow Springs, North Carolina. Alright. Archie Roach CD. Sold for $7. Headed to Birmingham, Alabama. Alright. If you watch my videos, you've heard PM before. Peter Mayer, guitarist for Jimmy Buffett. And then I worked with the guitarist for Peter Mayer's group, Vince. So I had some cassettes and CDs that's been selling. So this one's going to Netherlands and sold for $21. It amuses me how many people think just because some people are asleep in America in the middle of the night that everybody around the world sleeps at the same time. It just cracks me up and go, well, of course you're going to have low sales. People are sleeping. I'm like, do you really know how the world works? Alrighty then. And you ever heard of midnight shifts, third shifts? And then if you know eBay, a lot of people stay up late on eBay. Maybe not as many as there used to be, but they still do. All right, this is Bob Dylan Greatest Hits cassette going to Australia. Sold for $5. All right, Ricky Nelson 45, sold for $5. Go head up to Kansas City, Kansas. All right, we got a Maui hat here. Headed to Japan. Sold for $8. Nature's Rhythm Rain Shower CD. Headed to Australia. Sold for $7. I guess the positive to the overnights was a little bit more international than normal. Alrighty, we got Jones, New York, women's blouse here. Sold for $10, headed to Newport, Oregon. Alright now. Headed to the snooty side of town. The West Wing. Alrighty, we got National Outdoor Recreation hat. Sold for $8. And this just gave me a good idea that's going to save my back. I need to get a couple after I get these mingled in on these shelves. About this height, tables thin, maybe as thin or as wide as those boxes, like a 12 by 12 that stands a couple feet high. So when I pull a high box off, I can set it there instead of putting it on the floor if I have to dig through it. So I think if I can get a couple of those for each side of this post, or maybe just one for the other side, might be all right. I like. Made it so much convenient, quicker, and nicer. All right, we got Maple Street Biscuit Company. Sold for $10. All All right, unknown letter C hat sold for $10. NRA hat sold for $10. Got a little Ohio Players cassette sold for $7. Headed to Rhode Island. I got a story for you and a lesson to the younger crowd. If somebody is pointing fingers at you, chances are it's them who's really the guilty party. When it comes to, obviously, like relationships, like the "you're cheating on me" type of thing, usually it's a guilty thing, and they start blaming the person who's actually doing the cheating is blaming the other person, right? So this person sent me a offer on a t-shirt, one of those Southern Comfort t-shirts, nice looking t-shirt, and I responded back with like $5.99. It was a $10 shirt, and they commented back and said, "Nah, not for this faded ass shirt," right? And I'm like, okay, whatever. So then a couple days later, they sent the same offer in for the $5.99. I'm like, I don't know if I trust this dude, because I feel like I'm setting myself up. If he thinks this shirt's faded when it's not. So I went to his feedback. Look, he's left several negative feedbacks for other people saying that they're rude, they're mean. And I'm like, looking at his original statement going, "Not for this faded ass shirt." And I'm like, well, that's actually not really nice. So I'm like, I didn't get the feeling this person's very nice, right? So I hit decline and put in the thing. Now you think this shirt's faded, so I'm not going to take my chances and sell it to you, because I'm not setting myself up for that. And he ended up responding, sending me an email. I blocked him after that, but he sent me an email saying, "Sucker." I'm just like, yeah, he's not really the nice person in the cases that he leaves negative feedback for. So just thought that was kind of entertaining. I'm sure people can relate to that one, but funny stuff. The jokers that are out there. All right, tailor-made hat, 25th anniversary. So far, $6, headed to Fort Collins, Colorado. All right, that's going to be it. I got one of my repeat buyers coming in, sending me a bunch of offers for a bunch of hats, so we should have a big offer or a big order coming up either later today or tomorrow, I would think. So I got to go through all of them. I think he had 37 total he wanted. But anyway, maybe I should start an advice video for relationships and the younger generation. So I will leave you on this parting tip. Do not date strippers. They have insecurity issues, and it will be a nightmare. Thank you, and you're welcome. All right, I will see everybody in the next video. And you will get to see Vern in the next video too. Stretchums. All right, off to the post office, to the honey hole, and buy some stuff off a friend. See what we can come up with today. Yeah. Poor little boy. All right, thanks everybody for watching, and we shall see you in the next video. Later.